We have what it takes to do it. I'm excited about that challenge. All I wanted to be is in the fight. All I wanted was a chance. All I wanted was ability to look across the Western Conference and say, yeah, we can go toe-to-toe with whoever, and I feel like we're knocking on that door.
Number 30
there he
is entering the building, Steph Curry.
Yes, sir.
Steph, how you doing, man? Good to see you. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us. And how's it going, man?
It's going great. Can y'all hear me? I can hear it myself. There we go. Yeah, it's going great. Just finished a great professional practice.
What's happening?
Just discipline, detail, short and sweet. And we're trying to keep the vibes going. Wins are nice, but you still know we're still trying to get better, put things together. And welcome JK back tomorrow. Should be fun.
I mean, is it fair to say what we've all seen is real, that Jimmy getting here has energized you and Draymond and the whole team and has made you more of a believer that you could do something special this year?
That's what the trade signified when we did it, and you still have uncertainty whether it's going to work or not, but it puts everybody on edge. It gives you a sense of urgency to figure out what it looks like on the court on both ends. And I think from the jump, obviously our record shows the new life that we have and how good Jimmy is and how good of a fit it is. But I think we're patient enough to know we have a long way to go. And so the building blocks from where we were pre-trade to where we are now, I like where we're at. I think we're all, like you said, energized and rejuvenated and optimistic that we can compete with anybody. But, we have 18, 19 games left. We just want to solidify a playoff series. That's it.
Right.
The chef, Steph, I'm so happy for you and the fans and the team, because I remember you at the one of the post-game press conferences, and you're my barometer. And I was like, man, he kind of despondent. We ain't built to come back. But walk us through where you were at when you got the news that Jimmy was coming to town and your thoughts.
That was a whirlwind of a day. We were about to play Utah, and rumors, talks, conversations, what ifs. And then it happens. So first you're upset because you're losing guys that you went to war with, Wiggs especially, who helped us win a championship and saw him flourish for the 5 years he was here. Dennis, Kyle, Lindy, seeing them guys go who were a big part of early in the year. And then you think about the future. Yeah, we're excited that Jimmy was here. We were, again, understanding of who he was as a superstar. And the idea that he plays basketball a very similar way, trying to, as he would say, make the right play. But he demands a presence, and it's a guy that you have to worry about out there on the floor. And you can see it's helped me and Draymond, but I think overall it's helped everybody else more because he makes guys around him better, and he does it really naturally.
Well, when you first heard either his name brought up for the first time, there was some stuff out there that the Warriors are maybe a little concerned with Butler's presence in the locker room, and this is a team that's been together for a while, or at least its core. Did you have any of those, or that's just stuff from the outside that you don't pay attention to?
There's noise everywhere.
You told us you hear everything.
I hear everything. You try to filter through everything, too, to know what's real and what's not. I talked to Draymond. I talked to Mike Dunleavy, who was his vet in Chicago back in the day, and they spoke so highly of who Jimmy was. When the family feuds, it's obviously tough, and I know him and Miami have had a history of winning, and also it didn't end the way that they wanted to, but when we talked to her and understood Jimmy was going to be here, it was just about, showing up, being a professional. He's motivated to win, and that's everything that I heard. And when you get locked in, Jimmy, it's the absolute best, and it's our job collectively to keep that energy going.
You guys just went on a road trip, and you were in Brooklyn, Steph, and the Brooklyn fans were chanting MVP. I know you didn't heard it all, but just walk us through that. When you're in enemy territory, MVP, and they're talking about the visitor.
I like that because that means you're winning. You don't get the MVP chance if you're down 20 on the road. So it's just a big idea of, Dub Nation travels. Like, we've had a really good presence in a lot of different, arenas, and when you're winning and the vibes are good, like you appreciate those environments because that's the thing talking to any ex-pro who's played in this league, I don't care if you're a star or whatever, you miss that adrenaline rush, that not only the competition on the court, but the fan interaction and engagement, like that all matters, and it means something. And so I definitely appreciate it.
I mean, we all see what kind of Jimmy's done on the court. Are you surprised he's been able to cure your bilateral tendonitis?
I was worried, Steph, early.
Nah, it's still there.
How are you feeling? My way of saying that.
I feel good. Like I think the idea is I've learned my body this year more than I have, had to in the previous years. Obviously, the ankle injuries early in my career, coming off the hand surgery, whatever, 5-6 years ago, into what this year was. So I've learned my body, learned what it needs to do to get right. Over the last 2 months, I've been able to kind of commit to that process. And it helps, obviously, to have another guy where the load isn't as demanding physically and emotionally every single game. Doesn't mean that I'm not approaching it the same way, but it feels different. And like I said, when you're out there on, the way that we've handled the minutes when I'm off the court, and Jimmy's been able to run the show, and Moses is playing great. BP, when he was healthy, was playing great. We still don't even have JK back. Like, when the vibe and everything on the court, it does help because you're not carrying that load. So, it's been an interesting year all the way around for sure.
Let me ask you this, because I know as much as you can share with us, 2022, you shocked the world. Nobody saw the Warriors winning it. You guys got off to that great start. This season starts, and I was like, I don't know. And then you make the trade. But, Steph, I told Stoney and the listeners, I mean, you're as frisky as all outdoors. You got a pep in your step. Do you think about number 5? Can you taste it? Do you feel something?
We talked about it. Somebody asked me this summer, like, what are you still playing for? That's literally the only thing you're playing for. And when you feel far away from it because you don't have a consistent, you're not rewarded consistently with wins on a nightly basis, or there's growing pains with the team, it does kind of, knock at your confidence and your ability to imagine what it's like to be, a relevant contender. And like I said, I like where we're at right now. I think we have what it takes to do it. But I'm not fast forwarding to saying, we're a championship team right now, because we have another level to get to before we get to a playoff type environment. And I'm excited about that challenge. All I wanted to be is in the fight. All I wanted was a chance. All I wanted was an ability to look across the Western Conference and say, yeah, we can go toe-to-toe with whoever. And I feel like we're knocking on that door.
Steph Curry joining us, courtesy of the River Islands guest line on 95.7 The Game. Guru and Steiny here at Chase Center. Warriors just finished up practice. Where did Night come from?
We all want to know.
Denver, Game 3 in 2022. Me and Andre, there was one possession right before I made a layup down the stretch, like less than a minute left. He was up on the sideline. He was barking at everybody, and I was like, "No, I got this. I'm gonna put him to sleep right now." And I said that to him. It just mouthed it. I didn't do the sign or nothing. And I made the layup, and I did like a little quick, or the first quick night, and then it kind of just evolved from there. So it's been a whirlwind, just seeing how many people have kind of attached to it in other sports, and signifying like, the job is done. So. Even seeing fans start to encourage, I need a night tonight. And it's like, well, we got 48 minutes to play first. Y'all too demanding.
Now I'm looking at you. You're in phenomenal shape, and your buddy LeBron James gets a lot of credit for his physique and his fitness at his age. But Steph, I feel like you get slighted. I'm looking at you. How long can you play? Because right now you just got a bounce in your step, man. I
don't know. I've tried to answer that question before, and I've said a lot of different things just based on how I feel that day, but I think, it's all kind of measured on the style of can I get to that level that I expect from myself. It's not really attached to points per game or stats thing. It's just a feeling can I dominate a game? Can I play my style for 30 plus minutes? And then you kind of reevaluate every year. So I know how my contract's lined up, and I'd like to outplay that for sure. How long that goes, I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, I would you look at a guy like Tim Duncan, and he just kind of wound down into a real good role player. I think it's different for guards, and I'm that's one thing I've been curious about is if you look at what your role may become over the years, or you think to yourself, I'm going to be Steph Curry in 2 or 3 years, I'm going to be the same guy? Or will you eventually make some kind of adjustment?
No, I think it's just a matter of having clarity on to be able to answer that question and know, like, nobody wants to be naive to think, oh, I'm still that guy, and you're not, and you have a system built around you, and you have expectations built around, that type of team. To that point, we're not there. What it looks like down the road, I'll figure that out. But I love the game, and I think the fact that I still show up and still have as much fun as I do every single night, that to me is the blessing and the beauty of where I'm at, about to turn 37. Just like I feel the exact same like a kid when I'm out there playing. It does take me a little longer to get there, the pre-warm-up stuff and the recovery days and all that, but I still can get there.
Well, let me throw it to you this way. Like, down the line, could you ever see yourself coming off the bench?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I think everything's on the table. To the question of defining, like, how long do I want to play? What is it going to take for me to do that? I'll answer those questions, but I'm open to anything. If it means I can win, nobody wants to just be around just existing. If it means I can win, I'd approach it anyway.
Talk to us about how proud you were, because I am of the Bay Area. You hosted some parties for the All-Star game. And, Steph, I do got to ask you one personal question. Why no three-point contest?
I've been there, done that.
Yeah,
man.
I just had to ask.
We were trying to get the me and Sabrina part 2 back, and it just didn't work out. I think we'll come back to that at some point. I know it's not in the Bay, but to have Draymond, Moses, and the Skills join, for me to show up at the All-Star game and get the MVP, it was a good ending to the weekend. I was super proud of the Bay in a different light, and I love the experience. So yeah, it was fun.
You guys really think you can win it?
Absolutely. That's why we're juiced to be in this position. I mean, how many teams think they can win it right now? Probably, 8 to 10?
I'd say 8.
How many have won it 4 times?
I'm saying? There's 8 to 10 teams every year, 6 to 8, 10 teams every year that think they can win it. If you want to be in that category, does it mean it's going to happen? We'll see. But I like the idea that we can confidently say on a night to night we can figure out how to beat anybody.
Let me ask you this: like, why, if you were to win it all, what would be the reason you'd win it all, and then what would be the reason that would get you beat?
There are some really good teams out there. You could look at Boston, Cleveland, OKC, Denver, the records, teams that have 3 of those teams who have won it before. So you think about experience, but for us, we have that experience on our side. We have a good balance of veteran presence, youthful energy. I think the fact that since the trade, our roles have been clearly defined. Our rotation's pretty consistent from a night-to-night perspective. It might get a little tighter as you get closer to playoffs, but having your 9-10 guys that are going to play, the bulk of the minutes, who's going to be out there on the floor, that clarity has given us a lot of confidence. But at the end of the day, me, Draymond, Jimmy, we've all been around. We know what it's like to be in a playoff series, to have to figure out that specific opponent and how to beat them 4 times. And like I said, if you get us in that scenario, we like our chances. So
I shouldn't take the field this year?
Was this the same room we were in? No, we were maybe it's a different room when I
the year I took the field, that was the Lakers year.
No,
you won it the year before.
We didn't do that. That wasn't the same year.
Yeah.
I messed up.
It was coming off a championship.
I got you.
Steph,
I'll let you put the odds out there. We'll do our stuff.
They just got a
lot
lot better, I'll tell you that.
Man, I am so excited about the rest of this season in the playoffs, but to appreciate the good, I'm one of them. You got to remember the bad. But Steph, how much did you pay attention to last year when you guys didn't make it, lost to the Kings? Like, how much did that fuel you to where you're at now? Because I ain't gotten over it.
Well, personally, I had plenty of time to sit on my couch, watch the playoffs, get ready for the Olympics.
So you do watch?
Oh, yeah, I watch a lot. But I was getting ready for the Olympics last summer and was motivated to get back into high-stakes basketball. And then obviously that played out great. This year we got out to a great start, and then hit a lot of challenges. And at the end of the day, like, you just appreciate, because of being 16 years in the league and how many times we've done this, and being with one franchise and trying to recreate this. with another iteration of this team. Like all of that stuff just brings out the best in you. And so, yeah, you think about that. You got to appreciate the down. Like even before 22, we were so far away from the mountaintop and figured out a way to climb back to it. And for us to even just have a consideration like, oh, we're in 6, like we jumped 5 spots in 3 weeks of the conference standings like that. Who would have thought that 3 weeks ago? So I like where we're at. We just got to stay present, man. That everybody's gonna, as they should, compare us to what it looks like to hang another banner. But we know what it takes to take our time and take the baby steps to get there.
Is it like physically? I mean, you're going to be 37. Jimmy's up there. Draymond's up there. There's never been a team with 3 core players of your age. The Bulls with Jordan and Rodman had Ron Harper, but Scotty was a little younger. I mean, do you think about where you're at in your career and how unbelievable this would be?
Man. I think about it all the time. I even think about how unbelievable it's been to be where we are right now. So you just kind of recreate that confidence and that internal belief. Like even the fact that most people didn't think I'd still be playing at this level at the age that I'm at. So we defy odds consistently. So why not do it again?
So we heard you got a new job, assistant GM at Davidson. Talk to us, Steph.
It's a pretty cool opportunity with myself, Aisha, the Berman family, alumni from Davidson. This 8-figure pledge that we've committed to both the men's and women's basketball teams. I know it's a very competitive landscape in college basketball right now, but the experience that I had at Davidson and the ability to commit to a program and be there 4 years and understand what it's like to represent the Wildcat program. For me, I wanted to make sure we had that a competitive advantage and be a resource. So I'm excited about the opportunity. We just got a big win in the A-10 today against Richmond.
Nice.
Shout out to Kenny Atkinson. But yeah, it's about just supporting my alma mater, who I want to recreate that experience that I had, that I've benefited from, the teammates that I got to play for. Coach McKillop, he's established an unbelievable. Coach Bob McKillop has established an unbelievable program. Matt McKillop now the head coach. So we're in it for the long run.
All right. Well, we just wanted to say happy birthday to you. We know,
man.
We know, we know.
I appreciate it, fellas. I appreciate it. Did you bring your jersey?
No, but I brought something for you.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, so for those of you that don't know, Steph and I go way back to 2009? 9. When Steven Jackson said, get me out of here, and Monte said that he couldn't play with you. Steph was nice enough to gift me an autographed jersey on my 60th birthday. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I was a little Division III player. So I decided to return the favor, and I played for the Franklin and Marshall Diplomats.
Look, the Diplomats. Look at that.
And I figured I'd sign one for you.
Yes.
And it's to Steph from a true point guard, Matt Steinmetz, because I only average about 11. I was pass first, but want to say happy birthday to you, and I felt like I had to return the favor.
I'm happy to be a part of the Diplomat family for a day.
Another small school.
Y'all had like a chant or something?
Well, the fact that we got Diplomats as a nickname, that brings enough grief onto it. But it's a great Division III academic school in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
That's strong. You got the same colors as my high school, so we're cool. We'll take that. We'll take that.
Sweet, man. Well, happy birthday. Keep it going. Best of luck to you as always.
Good luck, man.
And, appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.